All right, it's time for you guys to be my co-host. It is our weekly SDC Remodeling social media segment. SDC Remodeling, I love these guys. Pittsburgh's basement finishing experts. David and his team do wonderful work. Game rooms, home theaters, bars, man caves, whatever you need. They will collaborate with you and give you the basement of your dreams that you deserve, and they do financing. So if you got some things going on in your budget, if you have some things going on in your future, don't let that be a deterrent about you starting to get work on the basement you deserve. They will work with you in your budget. SDC Remodeling, make sure you tell them that I sent you, and hopefully David and his people will be present this Monday for my pre-party before Monday Night Raw, 5 to 7 p.m. at the Cambria Suites Hotel, right there next to PPG Paints Arena from 5 to 7. It's going to be a great time, our Wrestling Reality pre-party. Come talk wrestling with other fans, talk with me, get a picture with our brand new Wrestling Reality title belt that will be unveiled. It's going to be a good time. Okay, I asked you to use the hashtag #AskLaBar. Many of you did. Let's try to get through these as efficient and entertaining as possible. David Madron says, how would you book Cena and Nakamura next week? This is a great question. This is what I would do. And this is on the prediction premise that John Cena wins. John Cena wins, but you still obviously want Nakamura to look very strong. This is the biggest WWE match for Nakamura yet. So, I would do something like this. I would do something where a hard-fought match, Nakamura's got Cena on the ropes. And I mean that figuratively. Nakamura hits his finish on Cena. Either Cena then falls out the ring as a result of the impact, or let's go that route first. Cena falls out the ring. So now Nakamura can't pin Cena. Cena's outside, and the ref is counting. The ref's getting ready to count Cena out. And I would do something to the mix of either the ref counts Cena out, and Nakamura technically now wins, but Nakamura doesn't want it that way. He wants to pin Cena. The problem with that is Nakamura then has to get on the microphone and almost communicate that, because he's technically the winner. So if he was to say, no, I want to beat John, he then has to communicate that. And I just haven't been a fan of Nakamura doing as much talking as they've had him do. I just haven't. Just haven't. Maybe the route they go, because you're always doing this for TV more than you are for the live audience. I mean, 12,000 live audience, several million at home. Maybe the better way to do this is Nakamura hits his finish on Cena. Cena falls out the ring. Referee's counting. The referee gets to like 8 or 9, and Nakamura leaves the ring, which breaks the count. And that's when you need Tom Phillips and those on commentary selling, Nakamura could have won it, but no, he wants to pin. He wants to win this the right way. It's a very babyface, heroic way to do things. He wants to pin John Cena. Obviously gets John Cena back in the ring. He goes to pin him 1-2. Cena kicks out at this point. And then not too long after, Cena ends up coming back and getting the victory. So it looks like Nakamura basically had Cena beat in a sense, but he did a heroic babyface stand-up kind of thing, and he didn't. Another way would be, hit a finisher on Cena. You go to pin him, but Cena's foot or arm or some portion of his body is technically under the rope. Maybe they count to 3. Nakamura wins, but then they have another ref come out and decide that, oh, look, it was invalid. Something that basically shows that Nakamura had the match won, but either a technicality or his pride ultimately hurt him. You don't want a baby. You don't want any heel antics. I don't want any outside interference. That would be the way that I would book this in some regard to that. Playing off of that, Nakama's Warrior, he writes in, do you let John Cena get number 17 at SummerSlam, or do you maybe save it for WrestleMania? I'm fine with it getting at SummerSlam. I think the setting of him versus Jinder, again, New York City, what the two of them represent, have him win number 17. But hey, maybe even that night, or maybe the following Tuesday, have Baron Corbin cash in. Big 17, historic, such heel heat right there for Baron Corbin to reign on that parade. Sean Bradley. Should WWE let cruiserweights declare for the heavyweight division similar to New Japan? No. I've been over this before. It's frustrating, but you're a cruiserweight. You're pegged as such. That would just be very hard for me to process, and I think for everybody to process. I'm going to go no to that one. Jimmy Foley goes, you think at SummerSlam the Raw Tag Team titles will be defended in a multi-team match? Good Brothers, Revival, Hardys, Sheamus, and Cesaro. It certainly does seem that there is a potential. I mean, if they want to stack SummerSlam as they like to do, I would not be opposed, and because all 4 of those teams do have a stake in this, I would not be opposed to having a a ladder match or a TLC match. You got the Hardys back. I mean, after all, I believe the first TLC match with the Hardys ever was a SummerSlam. I would not be opposed to something like that. All right, a lot more. Nakamura Cena, who's winning. I've already covered that one. Daniel Arnold, why can't Raw just hit a reset button? We have seen the same goddamn stories for the entire year. Well, I don't see that. I mean, look, you got Braun Strowman, who has truly risen to where he has. You got Samoa Joe, who after several months of was just kind of flopping around as the enforcer hitman for Triple H, but nothing. Now Samoa Joe's got some credibility, some more credibility, and more spotlight on him. You got Big Cat. I mean, I think you gotta give it some time. Andrew Miller goes, Jason Jordan or Adam Cole, who has more upside? Well, that's tough to say. I mean, you have Jason Jordan in a prominent position at the moment. Adam Cole has not yet, gotten to the company. So I don't feel it's fair to ask and answer about either of them. Okay, Fabe goes, considering success with Strowman's push, what would WWE do differently to help build more stars in a similar way to Braun? It's just a matter of, well, first of all, Braun just has something so special and so unique. You don't find that run of the mill. So when you take that, you gotta really foster it, and they slow burn Braun for a long time, and it's been the right kind of feel, I think. And finally, the Mind says, does Jinder Mahal take the WWE title all the way to WrestleMania 34? Should he? Who would dethrone him before Mania? I don't think so. I mean, I don't think so. It's just too far away. It's a long, long time away in today's oversaturation of the product. Like I said, I think John Cena taking it away from him in Brooklyn, SummerSlam, makes a whole lot of sense. All right, we're going to do for a break. Coming up next, we got Drew from Ticket King, followed by Mark Madden. Don't go anywhere. It's Wrestling Reality, presented by Ticket King. And, of course, big thanks to our social media sponsor, SDC Remodeling.